Hey there. Okay. How to have sex with your pump. Not with your pump, but with your pump on. I think it needs to be talked about. I recently went back on my pump after being off of it for so many years. And it was kind of an adjustment period for my partner and I. No, my partner and I have been together for well over 10 years now. We're used to waiting for that magic blood sugar number of, anyways, everybody has their own, but mine's 7, before we engage in that kind of activity. Anyways, so I thought I'd do a video about how to engage in sex and intimacy with your insulin pump because it's complicated sometimes, especially if it's new to you. The first thing you're probably wondering and thinking about is, well, what do you do with the damn thing? You got this pump hanging off of you. You got to pause what you're doing. You're getting in the mood and you got to disconnect it. I guess the first thing to do is just disconnect it. Tip number one, just remove it. Basically, you can take it off. You can see right here, it comes off. And then there's a little cap you can put on it to prevent scratching and stuff. So that's the first thing I do with that sort of activity in the bedroom is leave it on. You can leave it on, but it's like having a tail dangling off you. That's entirely up to you. I personally don't do that. I take it off. And if you're one of the lucky ones and you have a tubeless pump, like the Omnipod, then you could also just leave it on all the time, as long as it's not bumping and getting in the way. Another thing you're probably asking in your mind, and I certainly asked myself this when I started going on the pump again, is it's going to hurt because I use the steel cannula, and that thing is literally a needle in my belly or wherever I stick it, and it's painful sometimes. You get it in the wrong spot, you tweak it the wrong way, and it flipping hurts. And it has happened. And we've been getting frisky and turn the wrong way, and ow. So some of the practical things, I guess, about using your insulin pump during sex. Another one too is kind of use humor. When I first started wearing my pump again, we joke and say, "Hey, I'm like Iron Man. I'm the Bionic Man," or we'd be in the bathtub. Yes, we do that sometimes together. It's kind of romantic, and I hope I'm not oversharing. But the pump would be off on the side, out of range from my Dexcom, and screaming at me. And my partner would joke and say, "Well, geez, that thing's awfully needy." So, a couple of real life, honest tips and information, I guess. Another thing I think I'd like to share is the communication piece of it. I can't tell you enough, even though we've been together a long time, we're great communicators. I think that's still really, really important. You're wearing this thing on you. It's a medical device. It's honestly, I thought a bit, you feel kind of self conscious, things on you all the time. It's not the same. So I really made an effort just to be completely open about it and say, this thing's kind of here to stay. I do take breaks from it, but how do you feel about it? And I think it helped my blood sugars, and my partner is very supportive. And I think most people's partners are. So that's another thing I think was really important to consider is the communication piece. Always keep it open. If your partner cares about you, they're going to care about the device you choose or the treatment method you choose for your diabetes, especially if it improves your diabetes, which usually links to better mood, anyways. So there you have it, how to have sex with an insulin pump. It's just basically an extension of you. So communicate about it, take it off, leave it on, are my main things to say. Another thing, too, since we're on the topic of insulin pumps and blood sugars, is that magic blood sugar number I mentioned at the beginning. What am I talking about? It's that interruption that can happen when you're getting frisky about to have sex and you have a low blood sugar or you're worried about low blood sugar. That's pretty anxiety provoking for us diabetics. So that's another thing to openly talk about it with your partner to say, yeah, I may have to pause. I may have to pile back some glucose tablets. And I guess another tip would be to have them right at your bedside or a juice box and, make a joke of it. Just offer one to your partner too. Hey, you want to carb up before this physical activity? Anyways, so there you have it. Pretty straightforward, pretty open dialogue, and the video on how to have sex with your pump in my insulin pump series. If you want to know how to exercise with your pump, check out this video here. Bye for now.